So let's continue on the applications of our first order ordinary differential equations. We are now on our third application, the flow through an orifice. So let's say we have a tank and it's filled with water, let's say, and there is a certain opening here at the bottom wherein your water flows out. So that is what we call our orifice. Okay. In this case, we will start with the question, why does a tank drain fast at first? And then eventually when it's almost out of the liquid, it slows down. Okay. So let's take a look at the model. Let's take a look at the characteristics. Let's say the tank has a cross section or a cross-sectional area A sub T, T being the tank. Okay. Then in the orifice, let's say the area of the orifice would be at A sub O. Let's say we assume it's a circle, pi r squared. R sub O being the radius of the orifice or the opening. And then inside the tank, we have the height of the fluid. At any time t. So here is our height at any time t. Okay, let's start with the basic principles. We start with the Bernoulli equation. So in our Bernoulli equation, where we solve for the energy balance. So this the Bernoulli equation simplifies to your u is equal to the square root of 2gh, where u is your velocity of the fluid, which is dependent on the height. Okay? Then, what else? We also have our flow rate. Let's just define the flow rate. Your Q is your flow rate. It's the area of um, the orifice multiplied by the velocity. So if you take note, this will be length squared and then your velocity is length over time. So length cube over time. That's your flow rate. And then for your conservation of mass, okay, we'll have the change in volume over time will be equal to the negative flow rate. dV over dt is equal to negative q. Let us continue with this application by deriving two models. You have the ideal and the real model. Okay, starting with the ideal model. So we substitute the flow rate with your values. So coming from the conservation of energy, dV over dt is equal to negative q, your q is equal to a sub o times u. And from Bernoulli equation, u is square root of 2gh. Okay? Relating your volume and height, we have your velocity. We have your volume, I mean, is equal to the area of the tank times the height. If we use this, or when we derive both sides with respect to t, this will be dv over dt. Then you'll have your a sub t. Then h is in terms of t, so this will be dh over dt. Okay? So we will replace your dv over dt with a sub t, dh over dt, combining it with the original equation from the conservation of energy. So this will be, so now it becomes a sub t dh over dt is equal to negative a sub o, should be a sub t, square root of 2 gh. Okay? Or rearranging, your final model will be a sub o, a sub t, square root of 2 gh. This will now be your ideal differential equation. So in solving this differential equation, we separate the variables. So we can have this as dh over square root of h is equal to negative a sub o over a sub t, square root of 2g, then you'll have your dt. Okay? So integrating both sides, we can rewrite this as h raised to 1/2, or this can be written as h raised to negative 1/2 dh is equal to negative a sub o over a sub t, square root of 2g integral of dt. So this will be the integral of h raised to negative 1/2. Will give us is equal to negative a sub o over a sub t, square root of 2g, and then you'll have your multiplied by t. Rearranging the left hand side, this will give us 2 square root of h is equal to negative a sub o t over a sub t square root of 2g plus c. Don't forget the constant. Okay? Using your initial value at time 0, you have your original height. So we will use this at time 0. So what will happen is we'll substitute h sub o. So this will be 2 square root of h sub o is equal to, so this will just be zeroed out. And then you'll have c. Substituting into the equation, what you will have is 2 square root of h is equal to negative a sub ot over a sub t square root of 2g plus 2 square root of h sub o. So if we divide both sides by 2, so this will be square root of h. We'll put square root of h sub o first minus a sub o t over 2 a sub t square root of 2g. This will now be your particular solution. And for the real model, we will just be applying your discharge coefficient K, which is equal to 0.61. You just add them into the equation. So instead of having your equation negative dv over dt is equal to, instead of negative AO, b transpose a negative, this becomes K A sub O square root of 2gh. Then this will then arrive to the ideal equation. It's just that this will be dh over dt is equal to negative K A sub O over A sub t. Then you have your square root of 2g h. So this will now be your ideal, your real differential equation. So take note that your flow slows down over time, and it's our interpretation of this application is that it's a nonlinear decay, and the real model drains slower than the ideal. So using the solved particular solution, we can isolate T. So that will give us, rearranging this will give us A sub OT over A sub T 2 square root of 2G is equal to square root of H sub O minus square root of H. And then we'll have transpose everything on the other side except T. So T becomes 2A sub T over A sub O square root of 2G times square root of H sub O minus square root of H. Since we're emptying the tank, this will be 0. So your T becomes 2A square root of T square root of H sub O all over A sub O square root of 2G. So that's 2 times pi times square root of H sub O. Your initial height is 3 meters. All over A sub O is 0.025 pi square root of 2 times 9.8. Your use G is equal to 9.8. So you get your value of T as this is squared. So the time to empty the tank would be 1,251.937 seconds. And to solve for, this is for the ideal. To solve for the time to empty using the real model, you will use the discharge coefficient K we will use the relationship time to empty using the real model is equal to the ideal divided by k. So this turns out to be 2052.356 seconds. As we mentioned, the time to drain using the real model will be slower as we have um, applied the coefficient of discharge or your K. The next example will be using the same data from the previous example and using the real model. We are asked to find the time to reach half of the fluid height h equals to 1.5 meters. So using your real model, we separate our values. We get dh and we put the square root of h here is equal to negative k a sub o over a sub t and square root of 2g dt. So we derive from 3 to 1.5 and then from 0 to t. So it will be pretty much the same thing. Let's move it on the other side. As we remember, our a sub t is equal to pi m squared, or a sub o is 0.025 squared pi m squared. So this will just then be 2 square root of h, then you'll have evaluated from 3 to 1.5, then negative 0.61 times a sub o as 0.025 squared pi. I think we can continue it on the other side, on the other page. Sige, let's continue here. And then over a sub t, which is pi, then square root of 2g times t. This is multiplied by t. Let's put it here. So we solve for t, isolating t on the other side. What we will have is 0.61, 0.025 squared. We'll cancel the pi. Then square root of 2 times 9.8. Then we divide both sides by the definite integral. You'll have 2 square root of 3 minus 2 square root of 1.5. See what will be the value of t. I think we missed out on the negative sign on t. So if we will follow this should be negative 1 over t. So therefore, in that case, rearranging the equation and solving for t, we get 601.121 seconds. This will be your final answer. So will be the time required for you to reach half of the fluid height in your tank. Same as example number 1. Our next example is we have a tank which has a cross section of A sub t as a function of height is equal to 2 plus 0.5 times the height. Your orifice area is given as 0.002 square meter and an initial height of 2 meters. You're asked to find the time to empty the tank using the ideal model. Okay. We start with our mass balance equation wherein you have your A sub t of h, then you have your dh over dt is equal to negative A sub o square root of 2g h. Take note of your function of your A sub t of h. So this will just be 2 plus 0.5h times dh over dt is equal to negative A sub o square root of 2 gh. We separate the variables. So this becomes, let's continue on the left side. So this becomes 2 plus 0.5h all over square root of h dh is equal to negative A sub o square root of 2g dt. Okay. So we can separate the term before dh. So this becomes 2 h raised to negative 1 half plus 0.5 get 1 h raised to 1 minus 1 half. So h raised to 1 half quantity dh is equal to negative A sub o square root of 2g dt. So at this point, when you integrate, we can integrate this separately. So this becomes h raised to 1 half over 1 half. So that's 2 h raised to 1 half over 1 half plus this will be 3 halves. So 0.5h 3 halves over 3 halves is equal to negative A sub o square root of 2g t plus c. So to solve or to simplify, so this will just become 4 square root of h, and then this becomes 2 times 0.5 is just 1, so it becomes h cubed square root over 3 is equal to negative A sub o, your area of the orifice, 0.002, then square root of 2 times 9.8 t plus c. We apply the initial condition wherein at 0, your h is equivalent to 2 meters, or your initial height, I mean. So, in this case, this will be at T0, so your C will just be equal to 4 square root of h sub o plus square root of h sub o cubed over 3. This will be your constant. So applying this into the equation, you will get 4 square root of h plus square root of h cubed over 3 is equal to, let's put on the c first, 4 square root of h of o plus square root of h of o cubed over 3 minus, let's simplify the constants, and we'll have, just put on the values. Later on, we just solve for it, t. And then solving for your t, you can transpose t on the other side. So it becomes 4 square root of h of o minus square root of h plus 1/3 square root of h of o cubed minus square root of h. Then we have, divide both sides by 0.002 times square root of 2 times 9.8. We need the time to empty the tank. So our final is 0. And then our initial is 2 meters. So it will be 4 times the square root of 2 plus square root of 2 cubed over 3 all over 0.002 times square root of 2 times 9.8. We get the time as 745.356 seconds. This is now the time to empty your tank. Okay, you can try solving the following problems. Given the real model, k is equal to 0.61, you will have the following answers.